Cade Thomas is our final guest for today, an RSU alum, and it's good to have you with us.
Thank you, Sam. I love the show.
All right, I've got so much on you here. I'm going to have to hold paper.
Okay.
Bear with me on this. You're part of the NextGen Under 30. What is that?
It's every year NextGen puts together a group of people that they from the state of Oklahoma that they believe are up and coming people in different sectors. They have different. They have healthcare and all sorts of things. Mine's in media and public relations. There, that sort of section. So I got it for my work with Cherokee Nation Cultural and Economic Development. Work for the marketing team there, and it's I'm very honored to have
So you
that.
primarily keep Cherokee Nation up to speed, or a member of the team that keeps them up to speed in social media?
Yeah, we primarily I work for the my main job is managing the social media for Visit Cherokee Nation, which is the Cherokee Nation's cultural tourism department. They do a lot of art shows, cultural events, exhibits, different things like that. I photograph a lot of the events there, and then I manage the social media presence for that. So yes, it's a lot of taking our culture, sharing our history through this new sort of innovative lens, which is social media.
You must be part Cherokee to hold that position.
We have people who aren't Cherokee that work, but yes, a lot of people, most people on our team are Cherokee, and I am Cherokee, yes.
So then let me pose a question. Why is it I can sit here and look you in the eye and say, I have lived here for many, many years, and it's a most peculiar thing. We have the largest tribal representation in Oklahoma in the country, except for California. And yet so little is known about the tribes. Why is that?
It's a good question. I think, for a long time, people don't want to share our story. I mean, we're out here, we're living our culture and our history every day, but, you have to have a lot of people willing to give up space and put a spotlight on us. We're out here sharing our story every day, and we're trying to do that on social media and a lot of our different productions and film and museums and everything. So, I say it starts with people wanting to learn and wanting to do that. So visit our museums, watch OCO TV and watch our films and different things like that, and you can get a slice of what Cherokee culture is.
It seems to me folks who are new here fail to understand, and I think in large part that's because the state of Oklahoma has not bothered to share the information, but they fail to understand the importance of the native people.
Yeah.
And all they've done and all they've been through and how they ended up in this land we call Oklahoma. And it's an incredible story. And I salute you for being on top of trying to document so much of it. What are you working on right now?
We do a lot with my job. We have a lot of events and we have currently coming up, Cherokee Art Market's coming around the corner, and so we'll that's an exciting thing. We have ScostyCon, which is an indigenous comic book convention in Tahlequah. That's kind of a new, interesting thing that started last year, and it's doing its second year, November 4th. So I do a lot of marketing for that. In my personal life, I am a documentarian, podcaster, and filmmaker, and so I stay busy with a lot of things.
The stories to be told about the Cherokee Nation are endless. One of them, I think, is about to wind up in network television. I just heard word about this a week or so ago, but it's about a black man who comes out of Fort Smith, Arkansas as a marshal back in the day and comes into Indian territory.
Bass Reeves.
That's right,
Yeah.
Bass Reeves, and gets to know and lives with a number of Indian families to learn the ways of the tribal people. Once they find out what he's about, there is no north and south issue. There is there is a coming together of a black man and red people coming together to fight the same enemy, which is crime. It's a most incredible story.
Yeah, I mean, we had our own laws and everything in Indian Territory within Cherokee Nation. We have a great, a lot of our museums talk about that. You know, we had our own court system and everything through that time, and we tried criminals, and everything. It's, yeah, it's a fascinating history that we really don't know about.
And the Sequoia alphabet,
Yeah.
which opened so many doors for so many Cherokees.
Yeah.
I have been in some of the homes where the language, it's a very, very funny thing, and you hear it in all the tribes where the language is spoken in a halting manner because they're taking what you say in English and translating it into their language before they respond. It's a marvelous thing to watch.
Yeah.
Have you been around that much?
Our language is very important to us. My grandmother was a first language speaker. She lost it over time. You know, going through right schools and different things like that. I think it's important to learn that. That was the biggest heartache of her life, is losing her language. And I think that what we're doing to help preserve that is extraordinary, and I don't do a lot of work with the language, but I do applaud the nation for all that they're doing with that.
And they are hard at work at it, trying to preserve the language. As a matter of fact, we carry a course here at RSU that's televised and carried on RSU TV on the language itself, and one can sit and wonder, how did this get lost? What happened? We got about a minute left.
Cool.
What project are you working on right now?
Oh, I'm doing a lot of different things. Like I said, I have a podcast. I do things outside of just in my work, and I have a comedy podcast. I have a movie review podcast. Cade and Friends is my comedy podcast. If you want to see me actually be funny, I can do that if I want to. The Double Feature Movie Club's my movie podcast, where we just talk about movies that we've watched that we've missed, and
movies you watched?
Sorry, the movies that were on our watch list that we've been meaning to watch. It's a way that we can work through that list of films, and it's just a fun sort of hangout thing. That's coming in October. It's starting its 4th season, and I release those all on wherever you get your podcasts, or also on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Cade Thomas.
Well, you're a busy man.
Yeah.
Goes without saying. Cade, thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Have you back. I'd like to start listening to your podcast, see where you're going with it.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll talk again. We're out of time. Thank you for being a part of it, and we'll see you back next time.